Hello and welcome back to Soul Healing by Hina Gutka. And this is your part two of heat stroke, headaches, and migraines. So initially, I wasn't expecting to do a series out of this particular session to help heal and transform the excess energy within our head that is causing the heat stroke or the migraine or the headache. Because many of us go through different levels of headache, sometimes known as a migraine because it's very severe. So personally, I haven't experienced a migraine as such, but before I started on the soul healing journey, I used to experience a lot of headaches. And over the years, as we've practiced, as we've sort of learned about a key energy center in our lower abdomen, known as the Lower Dan Tian. It is known very well in the Eastern art forms such as Tai Chi, Qigong, even the martial arts. So when I first started in this journey, I didn't know much about the Lower Dantian, so I started researching on what is it about. Even though, I am a teacher and a student of Dr. and Master Qigong Sha, who also happens to be a master of Qigong, Tai Chi, Kung Fu. And he introduced this concept of boosting our Lower Dantian to us. So as teachers, we are so blessed, so honored to be teaching other people on how to do this, to help us really balance out our energy. So excess energy is known to cause 85 to 90% of our illnesses. And headaches is caused because of excess energy within the head. And this excess energy needs to be back down in our lower abdomen, specifically in that key energy center called the Lower Dantian. Most of the time, 10 to 15% of our illnesses, fatigue, tiredness is caused due to lack of energy. So this would also sort of balance out when you're working on boosting your Lower Dantian, you sort of balance both things out. So initially, when I started 6 years ago, I started researching on what is the importance of Lower Dantian, and I came across a different page from a different martial artist who said they actually work on the Lower Dantian. They work on boosting the Lower Dantian for the first 12 months. So if you're a new student in martial arts, they will first work on that to help you bring balance in the physical body as well as stamina. So there are many important aspects within and functions of the Lower Dantian. So Lower Dantian is a fist-sized energy center in your lower abdomen, slightly in front of the central meridian, which is known as the Zhongmai, and slightly above the sacral chakra. So that's the second chakra. And it is key for boosting your energy, stamina, vitality, immunity. So my flus, etc., also started recovering faster. And before, because since I had the Bell's palsy, I used to get a lot of flus, and they used to stay for 2 months. And this particular, practice actually made my immunity grow, boost my immunity. And my flus now happen less frequently. And even if they do, within like 2 to 3 days, I start recovering. It doesn't linger on until 2 months as it used to before. Like my cough used to linger on because my lung capacity as well was very low. So coming back to the Lower Dantian, it is known to boost our stamina, balance our body, but not just our physical body, our emotional body, as well as our mental body, our brain. It is known to ground every aspect of our life. But today we want to sort of balance the energy, the excess energy sitting in our head, causing us heat stroke. headaches, migraines. And in the UK right now, again, we're going to have a heat wave coming up this week. So hopefully, on Wednesday is going to be a hot day. This particular video is coming to you at the right time. Please do go and view it and practice with me. So yes, so we are going to be working on boosting our Lower Dan Tian. And for those who have joined me in the membership, we do this every month, right? Every month, this is a foundation practice. So every month we do 3 key foundation practices, and this is one of them. And if you join, you get even more, because this is a short practice we're going to do today. But there, it's quite sort of an hour's practice, full of like techniques that you're going to learn, that a toolkit, practices that you're going to learn and take with you. You keep the recording for life so that you get to learn again and again and practice with me again and again. So anyhow, let us start with boosting our Lower Dan Tian. I've explained what it is and why it's important. And if possible, I'm also going to do a part 3, which will work on a different aspect, which will help us to reduce our headaches as well. Again, headaches, heat stroke, or migraine. It's all about balancing the energy in the head that needs to go back into the Lower Dan Tian or into our lower abdomen in that case, right? Because that is the core, that is the center of your body. And sometimes the imbalances, even within our chakras, etc., causes our illnesses, within our body. And most of the illnesses are concentrated on those first 3 chakras, which is in the lower abdomen. Because our organ systems, body parts are also linked to all these aspects. They're linked to the Lower Dan Tian. They're linked to many of our aspects, right? So let us begin with doing this practice. Last time I showed you a near hand, far hand technique. So near hand was where the excess energy was, and far hand was near the lower abdomen, where we needed to shift. Near hand, far hand is to balance the energy out. So we were taking the energy back to our lower abdomen. So today, all we're going to do is boost our Lower Dan Tian. So let us sit up straight, allowing our spine to be in alignment. Let us begin with 3 deep breaths. To ground our body, we're going to then do a check-in with ourselves and then do a short practice and check in again. So we usually do that in most of our practices to see how the practice is supporting us, how it's helping us to transform our aspects, whatever the aspect is that we want to focus on. So let us close our eyes, keep your feet flat on the ground, hand on the heart chakra, one on the lower abdomen, whichever way you want to, whichever hand, it doesn't matter, be flexible. And let us breathe in, not forcing the breath, just allow it to go into your lower abdomen, breathing in. And out. Breathing in, allowing our heart and our mind also to go into stillness. And out. And one last time, breathing in. And out. And just take a moment to do a scan, head to toe. Just check if you have any aches, any pains, especially if you've got a headache. If you've got some sort of a heaviness in your head, Just check how you're feeling. And then bring your attention to your heart, your emotional body. Even though we're not directly working on it, we're just checking how we're feeling right now. Because we are boosting our Lower Dan Tian. We're not actually saying boost, reduce our headache, just the headache. The Lower Dan Tian is responsible for every aspect of our life. Finally, just come to your brain, your mental body, just see how you're feeling. Is it busy? Is it, out of focus? How is it? Is it noisy? Is it calm? And then we're going to come back and check that again. So we are going to place our hands on our lower dantian. So just interlock your thumbs, place them on just below your belly button. And we are going to connect. We're going to say hello. And when we do the bigger practices, longer practices, we go deeper into this say hello technique. Right now, I'm just going to do a simple one just to connect to our lower dantian. It is important. It has a soul. Every aspect of our life has a soul. So we're connecting soul to soul, heart to heart. So follow me either silently or out loud. Say, dear my Lower Dan Tian, I love you. You have the power to boost yourself. Thank you. You have the power to release any negative information, transform it to positive. Thank you. And if you can, please stand up, or you could do this sitting down. We're just going to introduce some body tapping. So gently, just cupping your hands. You're not trying to hurt yourself. Gently body tapping. Have your feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, and this is your belly button. You're gently tapping near the lower abdomen. You can even tap if you like have a fist. This is called the yin and yang hand position. Right hand holding your left thumb, then just folding it. You can gently tap with that fist position as well. It's called the yin and yang hand position. Yeah, whichever you feel comfortable. Be flexible, follow your body. And we're just going to say, boost my Lower Dan Tian. When we do the session during the monthly membership, we do loads of other sounds, etc. And a lot of other affirmations. Right now, it's a short practice. So we're just going to do boost my Lower Dan Tian. Out loud if you can. If you're lying down, please don't tap. Just silently say boost my Lower Dan Tian. 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 And now just place your hands. You can interlock your thumbs. And you can silently say, boost my Lower Dan. So that's yin. And yang is loud. Tapping is yang. Just placing your hands is yin. And yin and yang alternation is important in practices because yin works on the tiniest DNA, RNA matter spaces, and yang works on the bigger spaces to bring more blood flow, oxygen flow, a lot of things, right? And energy flow as well. So just silently keep on saying, boost my Lower Dan Tian. Boost my Lower Dan Tian. Boost my Lower Dan Tian. Thank you. And if you want a longer practice, you can pause this video and carry on doing this practice. You start from 5 minutes and then continue increasing your practices. So now just breathe into your lower abdomen and out. And just take a moment to note any sensations within your lower abdomen, within your Lower Dan Tian. And then just do that scan again at a physical level, especially your head if you had a headache. Just see how you're feeling. Just see how it shifts the energy. So between the last practice and this practice, keep on alternating the practices and just see how you're feeling. Bring your attention to your heart, your emotional body. Even though we didn't specifically ask for it, see how you're feeling after the practice. The Lower Dan Tian, as it's boosted, it helps with grounding. So your physical body grounding, your emotional body, your mental body. So again, just check within your mental body, your brain, see how you're feeling. I mean, we just did a short practice. But the more you do these practices, I've been doing them for 6 years now. So I feel much more grounded within all aspects of my life. Even when I get a bit ungrounded, I sort of come back to balance much faster. Before I would just sit there and, have a tape recorder going on about the same thing for hours and days. But now it's easier to shift that negative thinking and coming back to balance and grounding. So this practice can also help with grounding, not just headaches. It helps with finances because Lower Dan Tian is a key financial center. And much more, much more. So keep on practicing and please let me know how you're feeling in the comments, either on YouTube or on wherever you're seeing this post today. And bring your hands to prayer position and we say thank you to our Lower Dan Tian. Thank you to this practice. And gently just opening your eyes to see how you're feeling after a short practice like this. And as I said, there's many practices and there's many functions and significances for the Lower Dan Tian. It is not just key for grounding, etc. As I said, it's the key financial center. So when we do our financial flourishing workshops, we work on 2 energy centers. The best one is obviously the Lower Dan Tian. We also work on a heart chakra, which is a message center. It's also a chakra and an energy center at the same time. And for those who want details for that, just message me. The next one is in August, and I hope I can, I can see you there. And I've heard many people have commented on how things have shifted in their finances as well. So not just having the bank balance, but also changing our relationship with finances and the limiting beliefs that we grow up with. So thank you so much for watching this. Please join the monthly membership for ongoing practices. Please join all the other workshops that I do. So the Financial Flourishing Workshop is the next one in August. It will be shared and the dates will be posted so you can join. I love you all. Stay blessed. Keep on practicing to help shift that energy, balance your energy, boost your Lower Dan Tian. Thank you. Take care. Bye.